Okay, so we're now here for the semifinals round 2 with Abyss versus AppleMonkeyMan. We're waiting for the Seek to come up. I'm joined again by Archvenison, and we're getting ready to go. Gonna let them know ready to go. So we'll just wait for that Seek, and then we'll get to it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's bring it in a little bit and get the chat resize. Because I swear I always forget that. Ooh,
Isn't
man,
the way
they're
it
going
works,
for it.
though, the people will only post in the chat if you leave it small.
Yeah. Well, they got 3 moves out pretty quick. I think they're trying to decide from here because I think Abyss knows.
I've never liked that response as black.
Yeah,
I don't know.
because you're probably gonna see a D3 and then he has a problem.
Exactly.
So unless he caps, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one for him because more than likely you're gonna see that cap move up. I will say this feels a lot more like a Blitz game than the last few.
Yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't be surprised to see D5 just to make it painful. Well, if he's not going to take it, I'd take it as black. Question is, do you want to try and force that avenue? Because with the capstone right there, it's not going to have very much get. Okay, so he's just going to go for that tack then. Yeah, that's probably the best move for it. So what do you think, B5 or B4, right?
Right.
You might turn down the speaker there.
Me?
Yeah, I got some echo.
Oh no, that Simon came on and then
you
muted. He's listening, I think.
He's always listening. He's a plucky comic
relief. Hope it's okay if I join to help you guys talk about this a little bit.
Yeah, it's fine. I was just trying to figure out where the echo was coming from.
Those?
I figure it would be a good idea to check out the game, you know, since I have to play one of these guys next.
You know, that is probably a very wise observation, yes.
Yeah, and I noticed you have a great record against them in this tournament.
Oh, right for the jugular, eh? So what do you think? Should he take out that wall and try and get some standing in that area again?
What did the wall there accomplish?
Basically just trying to keep him from making a strong edge crawl over there.
Yeah. He was probably worried that it would get crushed if he put it on D5.
Yeah. You know, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, so I'd probably put the wall on top of there. Yeah. And then you could put another wall right in the middle of it. The problem is, though, he has basically free reign on 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Black is just really trying to hang in there and survive right now because White has a...
Cutting out a little bit there.
C5 with that double stack on the white, maybe taking up a couple flats, get a little bit of ground in the flat count.
Yeah. That's interesting. Because right now we have, yeah.
No, I mean, if he's committed this far, I'm sure he'll do it. Yeah.
What I was thinking would be a really interesting play would have been smashing that white wall with the white capstone.
Yeah.
To ensure that stack stayed alive, but might not happen.
No, the problem is black really just doesn't have any threats.
Yeah. And white has several potential ones.
On the other hand, he could scrape all of those potentially.
Yeah. Yeah, because white can pretty much just casually go about its way.
White's doing a good job of pushing the threat and keeping it alive the whole time. That's working out okay, but now it's changing quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, as white, I'd be tempted to just take the entire stack there. Yeah, I keep on thinking if you took C4 and put it on top of C5, you could run away with the captive and have a strong A-B threat.
Yeah.
I mean, as is, I'd almost consider moving up E4. Just so you can wipe out basically any semblance of black's flat count that's left there. Yeah, I mean, if you did E4 plus, that would basically annihilate every single one of the flats black has left.
Yeah.
As well as giving you multiple threats.
But now...
Yeah. We'll see if he gets too greedy. Because sometimes it's easy to miss those. Because you have that road starting at 8-5 there. Okay, so he definitely saw that one.
Yeah, but now black's getting the threats, so...
Yeah. I mean, at least black is getting some threats now, so that's progress.
The board's opened up quite a bit in a few moves.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking throw that over there. So now black has a lot of options.
But now I assume white will throw his...
Yeah, E4. Then you'll probably see something like D3, just because Abyss is so low on time, you can almost taunt him with it.
Yeah, and it also it's important to get your stones in, so that even if... Yeah, it just uses up space under the cap, etc., etc.
Yeah.
The problem is that Apples doesn't really want to win by flats here, unless it's by 5, because you really want 5 points as white.
Yeah, I'd immediately wall C3. Nope, time. Okay, so there's 5-0 on that one. So we'll go ahead and wait for game 2.
So if there was a wall on C3, then...
Oh no, that wouldn't actually work because you have B4. So, see, B4, you can take 3 and move it up, and then that's a road.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It's another threat.
Yeah.
But then, and then I guess.
Honestly, I almost think that was Tenue. No, not quite. The
No,
wall
because
could have...
then the other wall comes over and it's pretty blockaded.
Yeah.
Problem is that White's running out of flats, so White runs into the problem where he can't fulfill his threat on the one row.
Yeah.
And if it hadn't been for the time, I think this game probably would have ended on flats.
Yeah, which is why Blitz is so interesting sometimes. Hey,
Yeah.
Game 2 just posted.
Repeat.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna go for it, I'd almost consider capping C3 just so you have Black's cap locked out.
Yeah. And then you're also more of a threat on D and E.
Yeah. Then I continue building in that area a little bit. Yeah, I can see a case for that. Make a vertical on B. Then you could probably get a B2 or a D2 and start continuing the threat. Because right now, Black doesn't have very many strong threats going.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to go with the right side then.
Go on that right side, yeah. It makes sense because Black has more of a threat on the right side.
Yeah. Okay, so Black's trying to build up the base over there. More than likely, we're going to see something along the lines of... Yeah. Notice B3 over there. He could make a threat along 4 or 5 within a few turns.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably what he's building at right now. Wouldn't be surprised to see a C2 or an E2. Okay, so he's going to keep on building that route. Okay, so White's going to start making the threats. You might see the capstone come back over.
Yeah, but my thinking is if the clapstone comes over, then he can just keep White. If as long as White has threats, he can just keep putting flats.
Yeah. So if I were Black, if I were White, I'd be tempted for an A4, but you also want to watch out for A5.
Yes, exactly. But I mean, A4 is a direct threat, so you might have time for it.
Yeah. The only problem is that
also it's notable that Abyss is already a minute down.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that gave up too much momentum to place the wall there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's interesting because that kind of sacrifices some of the foundation you already have there.
I think White just really wants to get those pieces back, those prisoners, so he can spread out and make a lot more threat.
The one issue though is that if he captures with his cap, he'll have enough room to take the Blackstone off, but not enough room to spread them. So
yeah. I mean, the other problem is that he's given up too much board position to do it.
Yeah.
It looks like he's trying to pin Black's capstone. do have to admit, though, I don't know who I want to win this match because both of these players beat me in the previous round.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this one's going to go. It's going to depend on how well Abyss is adjusted to Blitz style. Because Apples, that's his bread and butter. He sits there and plays against Arcbot all day long.
Abyss is a slower player, but it's surprising how good he's been against people in Blitz so far.
Yeah. The funny thing is, whenever he actually does have to play quickly, he plays pretty dang quickly.
I mean, I imagine he'll just spread out that stack.
Yeah.
But now...
Now, if we see E2 go over and capture D2, then I imagine C2 will go over and capture D2, and then that capstone will come down to D2 to cover that up and get those pieces back.
Yeah, then we basically have the board in chaos state, and no one really has any type of positioning whatsoever.
Which is honestly more fun and makes for a better game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing is that Black has a lot of captives that are just under flats, so that could come back to haunt him in the end game. I wouldn't be surprised to see B5.
Yeah, now B5 would probably happen.
Yeah. Because it forces a flat capture.
Yeah. The cap might come over, but that might be a little bit of a rough sell.
Yeah, you think we get capped to B4?
I kind of doubt it, just because that would immediately allow a wall to take its place.
Yeah, I guess that shuts down the
Well, I would just
horizontal threat.
2B4 up, or 3B4 up, or 3B3 up, sorry, and leave one
Blackstone
there.
Yeah. Yeah, and that wall comes back into play finally.
Now Black has to do some uncomfortable stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I was about to say, with that,
Yeah,
I would definitely take C2.
Play.
Yeah, that's devastating. Black's flat count. Then White just throws it north and has a huge amount of reserves that they get out of that.
Yeah. Now I feel like Black's cap has to come over.
Yep.
But Black's out of threats, so...
Yeah. Probably the worst thing Black could do right now is try and put that cap on C3.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going for a one-row road there.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, the cap certainly has reach to hit it.
Yeah, and he can also throw the pile from E1.
Okay, so there's another attack throw along B. Yeah.
But yeah.
Then that pretty much shuts that down. Yeah, it's getting into Super Blitz right now. Because honestly, Abyss has an advantage right now. It's just going to be hard to actually play it all the way through.
Time's going to kill Abyss in just a few moves, so...
Yeah.
And AppleMonkeyMan's low too, but Abyss is a lot lower. And so if Apples can hang on to a flat count, he can win here.
Yeah. Honestly, all Abyss needs to do is get C5 over and he's won.
Yeah, but he doesn't have time to work out the moves. I mean, he'll lose on time. There's no way he can. Unless Apples forgets.
Yeah, he forgot. Go. Yes! Right on the dinger. Right on the ding.
That was excellent. 0-0-0.
On the last one. That was good.
Oh, well done. Man, that had to be some sweaty palms.
That was a good game.
All right, so tied up 5-5.
Yep, looks like it.
But also, I think one thing that hurts Abyss is that he's used to playing with an increment, so that he can use up all his time, and then he still has like 15 seconds to move. And he's gotten good at playing out the rest of the game on 15 seconds a move. But here, you don't have any time added, so... I mean, it takes a certain amount of time to make a move, so once you're down to like 10 seconds, your days are numbered.
Yeah.
So was Abyss one of the initial people who registered for the tournament? Or was he like Apples and myself who registered sort of like after it began so he could have more players?
Essentially I tried talking Abyss into it because I said, hey, there aren't many players, there are prizes, you should join. He's like, fine, I'll join the tournament. Did I ever tell you why we ended up making this a fives tournament?
You did not.
So Unsweet and Abyss were complaining that fives wasn't true tack and that all true tack games should be sixes at least. So
and if you do Blitz, then you can make fives vaguely interesting. Is that your argument?
No, my argument is that I took the two things that they absolutely detested and put them in a tournament.
And then you got them to play.
I'm still not sure how exactly I did that, but they're doing pretty well so far. But joking aside, I think that Abyss is taking a breather.
Out, I guess.
Yeah, Unsweet kind of dropped off there, so... Well, it turned out alright in the end. Yeah, I can't blame Abyss for wanting a breather after that one.
Bash on fives. I love five. I'm a big fan of 5x5 matches.
Yeah, I personally think. I mean, I haven't tried it, so I don't know. But I think some sort of positional pie rule might work for balancing fives. I think Comey would just a large enough Comey for five would just end up in way too many walls.
Yeah. So if you didn't catch it, Abyss is taking a breather, so probably a minute or two before he comes back on that.
Got it. This will be interesting. Tied up after 2 games, 2 more to play. I don't know. I don't know who I want to win here because Apples was the first person I played in the tournament, and he stomped me. He smoked me like a doobie. And Abyss and I played, and I did much better against Abyss. I still lost, but I only gave him 1 point. So I was pretty proud of that. But I don't know. I don't know who I'd rather play at this point.
Oh, heads up.
Abyss? Maybe I can hope to beat him on time.
Game is starting. Yeah, Abyss just dropped in real quick. It's like game is starting and then just starts dropping pieces like madman. D2. Ooh, cap D2.
So that's one thing that Apple's really likes. It's something that he talked about a while ago. Is when he sees two pieces, two flats that are diagonal to each other like that, he likes to drop a capstone in between them, so that no matter which one moves to capture or whatever, he has one to capture and to make a move on.
Yeah, and now he's managed to.
It's a good strategy too.
Yeah, and for the most part, he's managed to isolate the capstone over there. I mean, ignoring the wall, which honestly, I would think as Abyss, I'd want to start building something else instead of just relying completely on that wall, because it's probably going to get smashed right afterwards.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's dangerous.
He clearly wants to.
He's got to do something now, otherwise that capstone's going to go over and it's going to be tin anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's dangerous. Okay, so he's going to sell flat.
Alright. Fixed. No longer anyway.
Interesting. Ooh.
Oh, he jacked him.
I like that.
Okay.
You know, honestly, yeah. Yeah.
Alright, man. That's just rude.
Black's cap is still pinned, though, so...
What does he do?
He wants to lose by less than 5, I think.
He's pulling a doodles.
That is what he's doing. He's forcing a flat win for himself because of the initial stacking, and he can probably get it to work.
Well, that's the problem, is it's not a flat win scenario anymore.
Oh, he's also forcing a road win here pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
E5 left pretty quick, otherwise he's... Yeah. I mean, if he can get that black cap unpinned, this is going to be brutal.
Well, what's it called? White's
He has to put a wall on E3.
Either that or just move the one he had. Nah.
Or he could have put a wall on E5. Oh no. Yeah, because that would allow him to smash himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is he still can't smash the white wall, because unless...
Okay, so he's gonna make that threat.
So now we have attack threat from white.
Yes.
So what do you think? C1, right? Oh!
That would make sense to me. He missed it! He missed it! And a quick win from AppleMonkeyMan!
Yeah, that's the problem with Blitz. It's so easy to miss little ones like those.
Now Abyss has to win the last game by 5. What are we gonna make them do if it's tied?
We're gonna make them hula hoop, and whoever does it the longest wins.
Oh, they're already starting.
Yeah. No, I was thinking of pawn off, but your idea is good too.
Or you could make them play 8x8 Blitz.
This seems familiar.
I don't feel like... Yeah, this is exactly the same game. Almost. 8x8, I don't feel like has enough pieces to justify the size of the game.
I totally agree with that. But 8x8 Blitz is just ridiculous anyway, so... But I completely agree with the pieces.
Okay, so probably... Ooh, okay. I have thought about E2 there.
It seems to be using up his cap potential awfully quickly.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd start building through 1-2 just because there's a lot of potential there at least.
I think E2 would work well right now.
Yeah. That's bold. Yeah, because the cat pretty much gets to have a feast.
Oh, now he's gonna He's pulling the same thing he was doing before, trying to trap that capstone stack.
Yeah. I mean, you could blame him, though, because it actually works out pretty well. So you might see something like
until
C2.
you miss the threat and then get killed by it.
Yeah. So we might see B3 or B1. I'd almost like B1 more just because you could do D1 left right afterwards. And also because you're going to have the potential for...
Huh.
Interesting. I thought he was going to do C1.
Now you'll see A2, and that's an attack threat for white.
Yeah.
Yep, A2 and A3 both.
The problem is... Oh, I suppose...
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I suppose you could... But then he could just throw right.
But then the cap comes over and takes them off.
True. So it doesn't do much. You can throw him down.
You can ignore it.
Yeah, honestly, I would... Yeah.
Well, he currently has momentum. All he has to do is place... he places there, and he has full momentum. If he moves the...
Well, for all one turn until that happens. And then he has a real problem, because now Abyss has complete control of the entire center of the game.
That one wall, though, is incredibly strong.
And Apple's going to potentially play a lot of walls because he has 5 points to play with.
Yeah. Though this is definitely getting dangerous for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game is firmly in Abyss's hands right now. He definitely has a lead, but it could switch around at any moment.
But he has nothing direct. I mean, probably just C3 unless he comes up with something clever, because you really.
They do have a full minute between them. But what Abyss really needs to do is he needs to capitalize on this. He has, he's white this game.
Yeah. I mean, do you make the obvious thread and hit B5? Well, that too, but now he can just throw the B4 stack right.
He wants options. Yeah, that's the problem.
Apple's just trying to stay relevant with flat count at the same time as he defends against all these tank threats.
And he's up a minute on time, which isn't negligible.
Yeah.
The game has progressed pretty far. Minutes is more than enough time for Abyss to force an end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fun part is if he just missed that attack threat. No, I didn't think he would. You know, if I were black, you might as well take C4 and see if you can get away with it. Okay, so still not attack threat yet.
did not
Yeah,
think that was
I
a good exchange
capitalized
for
on
black.
that.
But the thing is, White doesn't have any immediate threats, so he has the time to pick off pick the stones off of the white stones off of the black ones.
Yeah, if I were apples,
I
I'd
really
just try
like
and stonewall
the
this.
thread of black wall C2 coming down to C1, and then
Ooh. Now what's this?
Ooh. Oh, I like it. I like it.
Okay, what's the play here?
All right, so for AppleMonkeyMan, I'm trying to figure that out right now. That was a heck of a good play from.
Hey, you have C3
Abyss.
plus though, which is brutal against most anything.
That was a good call. I like that move. Abyss is probably going to have to throw that back over and recapture those black flats to eliminate that road threat.
Yeah, the only problem is you could see that wall move up onto C3 to get some extra. What? Why?
What? That wasn't Tinue, but he resigned.
What?
Is it Tinue?
Oh, it was Tinue. He can't throw it back over because black B2 will go up and capture B3.
Black B2, capture B3.
And neither of those walls can do anything.
Well, could you not just throw...
If he work, throwing up would have fixed B3 up to cover B4 and B5, and that would have stopped the threat.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he would have forfeited that.
Yeah, maybe he didn't see that move of throwing it upwards.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought he got like 6 points on one of his wins, and that resigning would have given him the win overall.
Yeah, I mean, still though, there's several options here. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's only a +2, but yeah, it's definitely possible. Weird.
Well, with that, then Apples wins 15-5, right?
Yeah, looks like it. So Simon, looks like you have your new friend to play with.
All right, Abyss, tell us what the resignation was all about.
Abyss. Oh, okay.
I feel like there's nothing direct enough that it wasn't worth hoping that Apples would screw up.
Yeah, definitely some potential. Well, I think I'm probably going to go ahead and cut the stream, so I'm going to deafen for a second here.
Okay.
Okay, so that looks like that was the second round of semifinals, and it looks like AppleMonkeyMan is going to advance 15-5 to play against Simon for the championships. And then we're also going to have Abyss versus Salt and Pepper for the runner-ups. So that should about cut it for this game.